nightcap. You got to watch this on mute because Berman's doing the play-by-play. Rams and the 49ers. Rams 2.5, 42 the total. Oh boy, Case Keenum against Blaine Gabbert. The Rams will struggle when they get all the pressure and the burden is on Keenum. Not a lot of stars to throw to, Teddy. Just give the ball to Gurley when in doubt, though.
Yeah, as long as they can run the ball with Gurley against San Fran's defensive front, and that's a question mark here. The Rams' offensive line, to me, I'm fascinated to see what it's going to look like. Because at times, when Keenum has had time in the preseason to throw the football, he's looked okay, and the receiving corps looked okay. They've looked serviceable. They've looked like an average NFL team. Other times you watch that offensive line, which has underachieved for years throughout the Fisher era. It's been an offensive line that's underachieved. And you say, if Keenum's running for his life and Gurley doesn't have holes to run through, it's going to be another disappointing season for the LA Rams. Now, we just talked about the Steelers a minute ago, and the epitome of a team where Roethlisberger loves. He's got a bunch of chuck-it-up guys, and they catch jump balls. The LA receiving corps is kind of the antithesis of that. They lack the chuck-it-up and jump ball type of guys to help their quarterback out. And, of course, Keenum is not the long-term answer. He's just keeping the seat warm until Jared Goff is ready.
Niners in the same situation as last year. They opened up at home Monday Night Football, and they thumped the Vikings, and the rest of the season downhill after that. Now, the first quarter, I think, is very important, Teddy. How does Chip Kelly play this? Does he go with his system and go fast, even though he doesn't have the personnel? Or does he slow it down to remain competitive?
And the irony is that there was so much coverage on this in Philadelphia when Kelly arrived in Philly. And, what are the Eagles going to do? And look at the pace. And we saw it in the preseason, and we saw it in the regular season. And every Eagles game was lined in the mid to upper 40s right from the get-go. San Fran, there's been no talk about it. There really hasn't been a ton of coverage. We don't know what Kelly's going to do in game one. He doesn't have a lead running back to hand the ball off to. He doesn't have a true number one wide receiver on the roster to throw to. That means a lot's going to fall on Blaine Gabbert. And when you talk about in-game betting, pay attention to the first drive or two for San Francisco, and that's going to make a big difference in terms of the total. Because we don't know what pace we're going to see from Kelly. Fast doesn't make sense for this roster. It really doesn't. Defense is the team's strength, and we've already seen the markets make a huge statement on that. The total opened as high as 46, bet down to 42.5, and guess what? 42s are starting to show.
No home field advantage at all. They got out of San Francisco. That's a corporate spectacle for the rich and connected that go to the games.
Yeah, it's a total Chardonnay crowd. I agree. I'm with you 100%.
Yep.
Yeah.
How about
this one?
I'm sorry.
What?
How about what's happened to this organization? They haven't been favored. Last time they were favored, Harbaugh was the coach.
But that's what that's what will happen to a bad organization. Run Jim Harbaugh out of town. Real good idea, guys. They remember how bad this franchise was before Harbaugh got there, and they always had talent, and they always lost. And hey, that Michigan program sure looks better now than it did 2 years ago. About San Fran, they do not look better now than they did 2 years ago.
Hey guys, for the full video, go to sbrpicks.com.
Research before you bet. Be sure to check out SBR Picks for the best game predictions, breakdowns, and much, much more.